Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Movie Zone. We are here for a Halloween special, and the movie that won the poll was John Carpenter's The Fog. So that's what we're here for. We're here to do The Fog on this Halloween night. Now, you might hear some fireworks in the background. It's like as if everybody has built up the fireworks over the last 2 years because it's been literally non-stop. And I mean non-stop for this last hour or so. But it's great to hear them, I have to say, and it's nice to see them in the sky. But unfortunately, Ted, if you have a dog, it's not a good time to be an animal during fireworks. As you can see, I hope you can see the avatars. Just hold on there. We got a bit of sound bleed through. So hopefully you can see the avatar. The artwork is by Jack Main, who does be on the channel, and he was very kind enough to put this artwork together. So I made it as the audio avatar, obviously the thumbnail, and we have it as the logo there. So we will be doing some horror movies over the next few weeks and months to come, because I do like the horror genre. So this won't go to waste, of course. But I just want to give a special shout out to Jack because that is a great bit of work. So we got Gobby Guy there as Pinhead, Annabelle, that's Queen Charlotte there, that's Lee there, um, Lee there as what's his face, Michael Myers, and of course I'm Jason. That's me there in the middle. So nice bit of artwork by Jack there, I have to say. So yeah, it looks like it's just me tonight. It'll be a bit like our RTD watch along. So while we're watching the movie, obviously, I'll be discussing it and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get into the movie now, I suppose. What we normally do is, I see that there are a couple of people watching. So if you have a copy of the movie, this is the way it goes. We can't put the movie up on YouTube, of course. We're not allowed to do that. So what we do is we encourage everybody to get their copy of The Fog, put it in your DVD player or your whatever device you use nowadays, or if you've got it on an app, get it on your Netflix or whatever it is. And what we do is you pause the start of the movie, we do a countdown from 5 to 1, and then we all press play at the same time. We watch the movie at the same time, and then obviously, then you know what I'm discussing and talking about as we watch the movie. So that's the way we do it here. Hopefully, we'll get to a point where we can actually show little clips and stuff like that again. But YouTube is a bit weird, as you know. So yeah, without further ado, I suppose we will go in and we will start our countdown. And there's a big firework there now. So we will get this countdown underway. So let's just make sure that I actually am ready to go. Hopefully. Hopefully. Right. Here we go. Right. So we will start the countdown. So if you've got your copy of the fog ready and paused right at the start of the movie, I will do the countdown. So we will start the countdown now, and there's been a load of fireworks blowing off right in front of me window. They do look nice, I have to say, but for the animals, obviously it's a different story, isn't it? So anyway, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press play. Here we go. We are off. So yeah, I mean, John Carpenter, he's known for his music as well. I mean, the soundtrack to this is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream. Edgar Allan Poe. And we got the old fob watch there. Oh. One more story. Always one. How many people remember when they were kids, the adults, when you went on summer camp and stuff like that? I don't know if they did it where you were from, but they always brought you to a graveyard at midnight and told some stories. Always used to give us the jeepers creepers, as they say. We've got 6 people watching right now. So how this happens is we get a copy of the fog, if you have it. Put it in. I'll give you a timestamp. We're 1 minute and 43 seconds into the movie. And basically, we talk about as we're watching here. And if you're willing to come into the chat, let me know what you think of the movie. Are you a fan of John Carpenter's The Fog? Let us know. But yeah, we used to do campfires and sit around and tell ghost stories as kids. They were the days. Do kids even do that nowadays? Because that was their childhood in a nutshell. Scouts, stories, ghost stories around the campfire, even going to bed. Their mothers and fathers told us some ghost stories. Here we've got in Ireland, we've got legends and stories about the banshees and stuff, and they were good night stories for kids growing up. Fog returns. Hey, love it. I love it. We got John Jack Rabbit in the chat. He says, "Sorry, Noel, I couldn't be on. Suddenly discovered I'm not out of work, so gotta be in early tomorrow. It's all good, man. Don't look at. Doesn't matter, man. I know life gets in the way, so if people are busy, they're busy. Even though never went to summer camp, I was hustling my neighbours for money to mow their lawns during the summer. I did that as well, mate. I did that as well because when I got too old to go to summer camp, because in Ireland it stops at a certain age, then during the summer holidays, between the ages of 13 and 15, the parents kind of encouraged you to get a bit of a part-time job. So I washed the car windows, and I did grass. I used to make, seriously, man, cutting people's lawns. You used to make a lot of, you go out early in the morning, come back in the evening with your pocket full of cash. Full of cash, man. They were the good old days. People didn't mind kids doing stuff for them and paid them well as well. I love me radio stations. I used to have a particular radio station and favorite DJs. I think we all do. I love nighttime radio, have to say. Good cast in this movie as well. FM radio back in the day was the best. It's great though because you have this internet radio stuff now, and if you really search and look, you can find old school channels, and you can listen to the music back in your childhood and all that. So me and Cheryl spent today just watching MTV 80s. Billy Ocean was doing his top 20 movie songs, and we sat there for the 2 hours that it was on, and we're just talking and reminiscing about the 80s and stuff. It was kind of sad because where we were in the 80s to where we are today is just, it's startling. But this was at the start of the 1980s, this movie. Oh, I mean, John Carpenter, Stephen King, you know, around this time were the people that, I saw most of their movies growing up. They're very popular in my household growing up. Horror franchise, the horror genre, I should say, was very popular in my household. But this is where he finds the book, isn't it? 1880. I mean, what would you do if you found stuff like this, man, and it was telling you something was gonna happen? Would you believe it? That's a great view, Antonio Bay. Look at that. Poor Ted. I feel he's doing. I have to be honest. Compared to other dogs, he's doing very well. I have to say, but he's still fucking terrified. I mean, they're illegal in this country. That's what the joke is. That's what the joke is. But the Garda or the police forces, as you would call them, or the cops, are reluctant to do that, and because people have this perception of Ireland that we're all drunks and all of this. No, Irish people work very hard, man. And then the likes of these things, Halloween, Christmas, like, we celebrate them. We take it very seriously. That's just ridiculous, though. I can see them right here. I'm on my sofa. I just literally have to turn my sofa, and I can watch a fireworks display while I'm watching this movie. But yeah. Anyway, as I said, great artwork by Jack there. As I said, we'll be doing a lot more horror movies because I like doing horror, and it was a plan that I wanted to do. Just stick to a genre. So we're gonna do a few more horror movies, and we have done horror movies on the channel in the past. We've done some even, foreign horror movies as well because I'm a fan of horror. Um, Even the B horror movies. Now we'll be concentrating more on the mainstream horror movies now, I have to say. But I will do the odd B horror movie. Like all I'm saying is I'm gonna stick to the ones that were kind of big in our house. Everything that we watch on this channel, when it comes to movies and stuff like that, and even movies that we've done in the past, are all movies I grew up with as a kid. I mean, John Carpenter did the. He really knew how to do horror, didn't he? GB 2016 was a horror movie. Well, for me, at any rate, it was a fucking nightmare for a lot of people, mate. Seriously, I think we can all agree on that one. Absolutely. Right, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna switch over to YouTube on my phone. Because it's starting to rain now. This could be a good thing. No, they're still going off. I keep forgetting anyway. It doesn't matter with the rain with fireworks. Yeah, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over to my phone because my phone is charging, and then I can take YouTube off my computer. I want to keep as many windows closed as possible. Anyway, where where am I see everybody is streaming tonight. Well, there goes all the car alarms for no reason. I mean, if that happened, right? If you were living in a town where all of that just happened, right? You know that stuff is going down. You know stuff is going down. Yeah, and yes, Carpenter is in his element when he directs horror movies. I do agree with you. Absolutely. I mean, The Thing is a great movie. We could have done that, but we already done it on the channel. But I would have done that again because it's a great movie. Great movie. I know some people said we should have done Halloween tonight because it's Halloween, but look, other channels will be doing that movie as well. I've already seen that other channels are. And to be honest, as I said to someone in the chat, yeah, Halloween's a great movie and all, but for me, yes, it's a great movie, but I still find it boring sometimes. So I wanted to do a movie that I actually really enjoy and not fake it. And I love this movie, really do. But this is what it was really like for truck drivers. You know, playing radio, having the radio, playing music all through the night while they were working, and picking up hitchhikers when it wasn't a bad thing. Isn't this Jamie Lee Curtis again? I mean, isn't Jamie Lee Curtis wasn't? I mean, when you think about it, Jamie Lee Curtis was kind of the eye candy in all of these horror franchises, wasn't she? Oh, look at her already, like. Are you weird? I'm weird. The last one I had was so normal, was disgusting. Jamie Lee Curtis, look, she's a great actress, I have to say. Um, I loved her in True Lies. That's my favorite movie, actually. One of my favorite movies. It's over the top, but I love it. Oh, I forgot this scene. Yeah, this was just like all the windows just smashed out. Yeah, that's the thing, though. Isn't it funny that all the glass shattered and not one piece of it actually did any damage? Man, what a place to have a radio station in a lighthouse looking out at the sea. That would be actually, that's what I would do if I had a radio station. That's exactly what I'd do. I'd convert an old lighthouse into a radio station. I think Halloween was our first. Yeah, I think it was our first acting role. Yeah, I'll tell you now. Right, let's go down through our movie. There's 1991. Let's keep going. Oh no, hold on. She was in a movie called Prom Night, Terror Train in 1980 as well, but I don't know if they were before Halloween. But no, it looks like she had done a couple of movies in the 80s that are not memorable because I don't remember Terror Train. And I certainly don't remember Prom Night. I think my mum watched Prom Night. Actually, I think I did remember hearing that. But then it was Halloween. No, hold on. Then it was. I'm confused now. Why if they put it this way? You're supposed to put them in order, you idiots. Um, where's the first Halloween movie? Do 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 do. Right, the Halloween movie is missing from here, so I don't know what's going on here. Mhm. When the fog was in 1980. Halloween 2 was in 81. So Halloween must have been in 70 something. So yeah, you would be right. Halloween was probably her. Yeah, Halloween would have been her first movie. And then after that, then she did three movies in the 80s. So you're spot on, Chris. She was also in that movie Forever Young, which was good with Mel Gibson. That was good. Just look at through our movies there. She did some good movies all the same. I have to say. Yeah. Well, I'm glad she's finally gone out of that Halloween franchise now. She needs to keep away from that franchise now. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Leave it out already, man. Right, so are these the lads on the boat? Yeah. Look, I mean, if you saw a big ship like that, man, come on. And you know what the weird thing about it is? There's actually ghost ships out there. Right now, as we're speaking, there's ships in the middle of the ocean, and they're ghost ships. I don't know why they never go to retrieve these ships or try to find out. I mean, there's a couple of interesting channels on YouTube that explore all of these ships. Like it went missing at a certain date and then reappeared at a certain date and then disappeared again. I love videos like that, mystery. Oh, he just got his Oh, you're about to get hooked. Oh, I mean, John Carpenter didn't hold back, did he, back in those days? There's the rain. Oh, please stay down for the night. Poor Ted can't deal with this. Oh, straight into the face. And I mean, he didn't even, John Carpenter's genius is, he didn't even need to show the guts and the gore. Do you know what I mean? Even in that sequence, he didn't have to show any guts or gore. This is where she goes out to have the smoke and sees the fog, isn't it? I mean, they wore their hair big back in the day, didn't they? I have to say, the hairstyles in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, man, women knew how, they always made an effort with their hair, didn't they? But look at that view. Imagine if you had a radio station, man. You're looking out there while the music's playing and you could just see the ocean. Yeah, Cheryl has him in the room. We have tried to do that, but he's a bit of a, it still doesn't work. Still doesn't work, unfortunately. Jesus, man, I can imagine, Chris. I can imagine. And this is where she noticed the fog. Yeah, me thing just paused for a second there, so probably a couple of seconds behind now. But that's a great view. Do, 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 do. I like that type of music. Oh, look at these two. That was a big one. Man, they slept with each other and they're only telling each other their names now. I mean, I suppose they did get a fright, didn't they? So, and you could already tell that she kind of was making sure he wasn't a weirdo. But at least he's interested in our artwork. I mean, oh, we got a free picture. Oh, I wouldn't answer the door if I were you, mate. Well, you got up anyway. I mean, for God's sake. Size of that hook. Oh, I mean, come on. The clocks and all are doing that, man. You'd be out of there, wouldn't you? Weird, man. Well, this is where he finds the piece of wood, isn't it? Did they do an updated version of this movie, if I remember correctly? I mean, if I remember, it wasn't too bad, and he actually did a lot more stuff on the lore and the background of it, didn't they? But I think John Carpenter, if I'm correct, had a part to say in the movie, but it'll never be as good as the original, of course. But yeah, you wouldn't let your kid go out fishing there. I mean, that's just dangerous. Oh, you wanna you wanna leave that alone, kid? Did you not notice when you picked it up, it was dry all of a sudden? Here's his music. It's so simplistic. Wow. After lunch, I mean, I suppose she does do nighttime radio, so she has an excuse. Cracking looking woman, not gonna lie. Oh, that was a big one. I've just noticed there's a bit of a haze over them that I never seen before. I don't know if it's the quality of the DVD that I'm watching, but there seems to be a haze over these two women, like a fog, that I've never noticed before. He didn't actually bark, Jordan, that one though. There, see, it's gone now. Seriously, I never noticed that before. I don't know if that was just a picture because it's gone now. There was like a little haze over the two of them as they were talking. And she's going up the hill now. That's a lovely view. Now maybe it was a hint from Carpenter. I think that I've never noticed that before. That's the first time, and it's not there now. Right, let's see now. Hmm. Yeah, that's isn't it? 100 years later, where shit goes down and people don't put two and two together. I mean, I'm glad Jamie Lee Curtis ended up becoming the actress that she did. You know, because you could tell in the early days that they put her in because she was an attractive looking woman, but she has the acting chops to go with it. Though it was the same with Jodie Foster, man. She's got some acting chops. She was a lovely looking woman back in her day. I'm not saying she's not lovely now, but I mean she was very attractive back in her day. If that's the right way of putting it. Right, let's see if this hazes over them again now as they walk out of the car. No, see, I don't see it now. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Seriously, there it is. I could see this, man. I don't know. I've never seen this before. But there's definitely a haze around the two of them. It wasn't until they got up to the stairs, but it's there. And it's not with them now in the church. Man, have I missed that? Or is this a new thing that's being added? Did I miss this as a kid? Did this go over my head? There's definitely a haze over them in two scenes, but it's not here now in the church. But she's got a light on her now, obviously, from the light behind the sun in the window. It's very clever the way he does this. Oh no, I love this movie. I'm just saying I'm noticing things in it that I didn't obviously notice as a kid. But I agree with you. I think this is a great movie, I think. Soundtrack is brilliant as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's reading the story now. So the three of them are sitting around the table, no haze because they're in the church. Yeah, so the same thing happened to his car and his clock. Wow, this is where they go down into the engine room and the quarters, isn't it? Yeah. So their town obviously was founded on. Well, you know, it has happened in real life and in our history. Unfortunately, that type of thing does happen. So you know what I like about John Carpenter horrors though is the fact that the characters are developed as well. some horrors, the characters are not really developed, and it's just more for the scare and the scream factor, and just having women run around half naked and stuff. But with John Carpenter movies, there's really development behind the characters, and he makes them characters likable. They're very, she wants to go to Vancouver now. Oh, what would you do in that situation, though? I mean, the people that are in the town now and that have made it their home, they're not responsible. It was obviously their ancestors. So, I mean, it is the priest is right. It is kind of, you are celebrating a massacre, but none of the townspeople know. So, would you keep that to yourself? Would you make a pact with the other people to keep it to yourself, or would you tell the town? And what would the reaction be of the people in the town if they knew that? Would they want to move out because of the history of it, or would they stay and keep making the town as great, but just not have that celebration? I mean, it's a weird place to have an owl. I mean, look at that walking down all them steps. I mean, it's a great view, isn't it? We got some great lighthouses here in Ireland. Antonio Bay. Man, that'd do me head in if I was waiting for that station to start up and I kept hearing that. Yeah, man, looks like a lot of steps. It is a great location, but I say it was a nightmare to film in. Yeah. She thinks he's a crackpot. No, the plank of wood is. Considering the victims were killed in 1871, 70 years before a cure was found, the village heads would have feared everyone contracting then perishing as well. They just took things too far. Yeah, I suppose back in those days there would have been fear of leprosy. But yeah, you're right. You're taking it too far. I mean, murdering them is taking it too far. That's it. He was the master of slow suspense. That's what's good about these movies. It's the same with the thing as well. Kids never do what they're told. Don't they not? Promise you won't go outside. Yeah, mommy. 10 minutes later. Right, you've got to get your voice on. Come on. Let's get down to business. Do 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 do. They always picked good locations as well, didn't they? No. Well, she's staying again. Wow. Oh yeah, something happens there. I forgot. Right, that's the thing. You're watching this and you know something's gonna happen. Yeah. And Carpenter was the king with working on small budgets, always composing the score for his early films, including this, Halloween, The Thing, and Big Trouble in Little China. I love. No, mad. Frank says, yeah, his early works were great. I saw him and his band in concert in 2016. Brilliant. I mean, he's just showing pictures of fields in the ocean, and you've got that noise in the background. And that's all that's going on, and you're still like glued to it. She wants her to quit so she can. And there's the fog. And even the music in the background as it's coming in. And the weather, man. Yeah, you'll be checking in, all right, buddy. The music is just typical Carpenter. Mm. Yeah, I say that would be absolutely deadly, Frank. Ah, yeah, man. There, Horseman. It's iconic, man. The music, his music is iconic. he was a bit of a creep, this fella. So, like, he's married and he wants to get it off with the female DJ. That's it, man. I mean, his music without the music, these movies, in fairness to me, I don't think they would be as popular. His music elevates the movies. He knows where to put a piece of music and stuff. It's he's great. He's great. He is. I don't think he's underrated with my generation and the older generation, but I certainly think he's underrated with fans today. I mean, their idea of horror movies, and watch their idea of horror movies. They're not great. They're not great at all. Oh, now she cares about the. Well, you're about to die. Bye bye, Mr. Weather Dan, the weatherman. Yeah, Halloween would be crap without the music. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Oh, there he goes. Now we get. Bye bye, Dan, the weatherman. I mean, don't pretend to care for him now. He's been flirting with you the whole movie, and you've kind of made it clear you're not interested. And now that he's dead, typical women, isn't it? Typical. They only realise what they could have had when they lose it. I'm only joking. I'll get into trouble for that one. Oh, yeah, well, Dan, the weatherman, is dead now. What, you mean murder and torture? Yeah, let's keep that spirit alive. Oh, there goes the phone lines. Do 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 do. Yeah, yeah, I like doing the movie streams. People say that I all I do is rant and rave all the time and stuff. It's not true. I do streams like this all the time. We have done Rick and Morty streams as well and stuff, but I do enjoy these, and it does be good sometimes when it's just me on my own because then I can concentrate on watching the movie and actually talk about it and interact more with you guys in the chat. So yeah, no. Oh, you only think you're a kid now? It ain't now. That's it. Whack your generator on. You should always put your generator on once a week to keep it going, to make sure that it's ticking over nicely. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I remember when we had a blackout in Ireland as a kid. We used to get them quite a lot. Very eerie when there's no lights around the city and it's completely dark. It's the fog. This scene is great coming up, isn't it? It's cracking. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There you go. Yeah, there you have it. There you go. Man, if you did see that, man, you would be like, what the hell's going on here? Frank says, me mum and dad were Irish. Jesus, if you were listening to this radio station, be like, oh, jeez, this DJ has lost the plot. Yeah. Yes, man. Ah, see that kids back in the day manners. Is the windows closed? Yes, ma'am. Yes, kids, the windows closed. Do it yourself. Don't open the door. I think you should go with a Mrs. Mrs. I think you should go. I don't think you should open that door. Don't open the door. Don't open the door. If you've seen horror movies in the past, people die. Why did you open the door? You're screwed. You're screwed. Oh, she'll turn around. It never ends well. No! Oh, she's gone. Oh, like you know what's coming. But still, it's always sad. We like that old lady. Oh, she's dead, son. She's dead. The fog is getting through your window. If I were you, I'd get out of there. Fair play to that fisherman fella, like in this movie. Oh, stay out of the fog. Oh, out through the window, quick, quick, quick! Yeah, Cheryl's just got into the toilet there, so like Ted was barking. But they've started up again now. Okay, come on, don't flood the engine. Come on. Uh-oh. There we go. Get out of the fog. That's it. Stay ahead of the fog. That's the secret of staying alive. Oh, but the old lady died. Well, we knew that was going to happen. Obviously, I've seen this before, but still, it's never a happy moment when that happens. Stay off the moors. Sorry, wrong movie. I do love American Werewolf in London too. We watched that last year actually, but we will do that again. That's a cracking movie. I love that movie. Ooh. And these are all screwed. Doo doo. What will you be watching next Halloween? I don't know. I do a poll, put four movies up, but this is not just a Halloween thing now. As I said at the start, we I do love the horror genre, so um, we will be doing. We'll probably do it every week, but maybe at the end of every month we'll do different horror movie. But I'll be keeping this up because I like these. I like the chill streams where I can just sit back, relax, and watch a movie and talk about it, and then just talk about other stuff as well while we're talking. The music is just sensational going through this. Yeah, there is. There is. We were spoiled back in the day with different horror movies. Well, you should have listened to the priest because he told you this shit was going down and you just wouldn't listen. Do, 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 do. That's the music going through it, literally. That's it. And it makes it just do, 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 do. Brilliant, man. It's not even that complicated. They just don't make horror movies the way they used to. They try to be edgy with their horror movies, and then they try to make these stylish. horror movies, and they never just work. Yeah, I remember watching Ginger Snaps, and I think yeah, I remember. I think I watched Dog Soldiers. Yeah, I did watch Dog Soldiers as well. Yeah, here we go. The lighthouse is covered with the fog. See, he never read the end of the book. This priest could have literally stopped all, well, not stopped it from happening, but he could have prevented a lot of other people dying if he had just read to the end of the book. If you find an old ancient book, you always read the end of the book. So it's his ancestor. I mean, that music is just brilliant. Mm. Get upstairs anyway, the fog is not there. Oh, yeah, it's a cross. Pure gold, look at that. The ultimate sacrifice. There's a good saying in the church. Oh, well. Mhm. I mean, you'd be screwed. You wouldn't know what to do. Oh, she got a hook into the shoulder. Oh, gory face. No. There we go. Now you can when you celebrate the town now, just make sure you tell everybody now that that your ancestors murdered everybody and that you're gonna make sure that you honor the people that were murdered. Yeah, you too. Take care. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Yeah, you survived, LDJ lady. See? Well, not yet. It is gone away, but doesn't it come back for the priest if I remember? Because they need the six. They only have five, so they still need the sixth person. Am I right? I think I'm right. So I remember anyway. Very well put together. Even the sequence with the fog disappearing is very good. Look, I mean, I get you had to take the priest because six. Okay, that's fair enough. But he did. I mean, he gave the goal. So in fairness, yes, yeah, I know. Oh, see, I knew we had to take him. I knew we had to take him. Anyway, The Omen's a good movie as well, and yeah, Troughton's in that. Great movie. Great movie. I actually watched the whole trilogy um a while back. I love that movie as well, actually. But yeah, that has been John Carpenter's The Thing, but not The Thing, The Fog. But we're not going to leave yet because the music is so good. So we listen to the music while I give me rating. I mean, I love this movie. It's a good suspenseful story as well. So I mean, you can't rate this low. Um, I mean, the supporting cast are all great. It's a simple premise, nothing too complicated about it, but the character development of the characters is actually very good. You know, we spoke about the music. He has a great knack of knowing what scenes to put the music in. And as Frank has said as well, you know, you know something's going to happen in the scenes, but they're built up quite well. So for that reason, and it's a good movie. Um, I don't think you can rate this any lower than a 9 or a 10. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Um, I just think it's a great movie. I'm just listening to the music here. So yeah, Chris, if you want to give your rating for it, please go ahead and feel free to do so. Um, but that's what I'll give it. Yeah, it's a good story. See, I like horror movies like this. You know, it's got a good story to it. A lot of horrors they make today, they don't have good stories. I'm sorry, but the majority of them don't. But these movies did. These movies absolutely did. So there you go. That is The Fog. Great movie. Great movie. It's not my favorite, but it's a solid movie, and the score does help it move along. So Chris is going to give it an 8.5. So we'll just throw that up there just to show everybody. If people watch after the fact, there you go. 8.5 from Chris. Yeah, so 9 for myself, 8.5 from Chris. I think that's pretty fair for this movie. But as I said, we'll keep these going. I don't know if I'll keep it a weekly thing or a monthly thing, but I think it'd be nice to just sit down and chill out maybe once a week after a long, busy week of covering all the other stuff. I think a chill out stream like this, where we're watching a decent horror movie, I think that's a good idea. So, yeah, do you know what? I might throw up a poll tonight, or maybe I'll put it up tonight. We'll pick another four. I'll pick 4 movies this time. and let everybody vote. Chris, if there's a preference as you're here, and you always turn up for the movie streams anyway. So if there's a horror movie you'd like me to include in the poll, let me know and I'll put your option in as well. Um, just to be fair, because you're always here for these movie streams, no fail. Even if they've already started, you'll pop in. You're always here anyway. So if you do have a movie that you'd like me to add in the poll, let me know, and yeah, we'll do another one. We'll do another one next week. Why not? Why not? I actually enjoyed this. So while I'm talking and waiting for Chris to come up with his option, I'm gonna get the poll ready. So it's the TARDIS Zone Fright Nights. Thanks to Jack. That's what we're gonna have to call it from now on. But I think that's a great name for it. So TARDIS Zone Fright Nights. So yep. So let's see if Chris has come up with a TARDIS Zone Fright Nights. Right, we'll get the poll going. Oh, it won't let me add a poll. I'll have to add it after the fact. That's a bit stupid. Okay, so we'll do the poll. Please vote for the next movie. So, poll below. Right. What will we, as we're not doing Halloween, I have to, right. I agree with that one. We put The Shining in. Absolutely. Why not? It's been a while since I've seen that as well, but I'd have no problem with watching that movie. That is a great movie. That's a great choice. It's a bit. That's a great choice, Chris. Um, what am I gonna put in? Um, I am going to put in the Amityville Horror. Right, that's the next one. I'm also going to put the Entity in there. And Chris, you know what? You can pick one more if you want to. You could pick the net, right? So I'll pick two and you could pick two because you're here. Right? So we've also got the Entity. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Yeah, it's been a while. The Entity. And Chris will have the choice on the last movie. And then we'll put the poll for 6 days. That way it gives everybody a chance to vote. And I was going to say Nightmare on Elm Street originally, but I will put that in. But I chose the Entity, but we'll throw that in as well. I think they're 4 cracking movies. Either one of those movies I will be happy with, have to say. So the poll is officially about to go up. So what I'll do is that now everybody can vote and choose their favorite there. So for anybody that follows me on Twitter, I'll just put the link in the chat real quickly. Um, Even though Chris is only here, but just in case anybody watches it after the fact. I don't know. I forget if the chat replay is on. I'm pretty sure it is. So it'll pop up, I suppose. And I'll pin it. I'm going to pin it to me Twitter account now because there'll be no. Because the old poll is there. So we will pin it. There we go. It's pinned. And we will post the poll. And I've just realized that sooner they get an edit button. I mean, the movie choices are all spelt right. It's just the bleeding poll. Jesus Christ, man. Edit button, Elon. Edit button. Come on. Anyway, there's the poll in the chat right now. So if anybody is watching after the fact or whatever, get in there and vote for your favorite. Because you know what happens? We do these polls and then people give out because their favorite, didn't win. Well, you've got to vote. You've got to vote. If you vote, then, you know, then you have a good chance of your movie being shown. And I'll tag everybody in the poll directly. So to be fair with everybody, so they can vote as well. And yeah, let's see where we go with that. It's stupid though, because I put up a poll on Twitter and I can't vote on my own poll. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, don't you have to select leave chat up replay? I've seen others who leave the chat. There isn't. I've seen others whose chat isn't there on replay. Yeah, I think my chat is still on replay. If not, I'll have to check that out and put. And if it's not, I'll have to rectify that because, I mean, it's part of the stream, isn't it? And people are watching. They do want to hear what people say in the comments as well. Right, so I've tagged everybody directly in that poll. Amityville Horror is at the getting a vote, so that's 100%. But it's ridiculous. I can't vote on my own poll. And everybody else can vote. And I think that's a bit unfair because, I should be allowed to vote on my own bleeding poll. Anyway, there's the movie. So the movie choices are The Shining, The Amityville Horror, The Entity, and Nightmare on Elm Street. So there you go. They're the choices, and we will be back next week to do this. Why not? I mean, they're fun, they're a bit of chill. We could sit down and have a bit of a buzz with it. So that's what it's all about. So you've got 5 days and 23 hours and stuff. And I don't think I've made this change who can reply. So it's on everybody. So literally share it out. Obviously, if we get some trolls, then which has been happening, then I change who can reply, which means people that follow me can only reply. It's a pity that I have to do that, but Twitter is a cesspool at the moment. Let's hope Elon actually does clear it all up because it needs to be. And hopefully it happens. So it's 50-50, 2 votes in. Nightmare on Elm Street and Amityville Horror at the moment have a vote each. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's everything. Just want to check before we leave real quickly. Just the fireworks have actually quietened down. This will be the This will be probably the best time to bring Ted down. So yeah, I've double checked. Your chat is up on the replay. That's fantastic, Chris. Good, good, good. So if people are watching this after the fact, that link will be in there as well. So that'll help. It's pinned to the Twitter account as well. Next time I'm streaming, um, obviously, I will remind people about that poll. So the four movie choices for next week are The Shining, The Amityville Horror, The Entity, or Nightmare on Elm Street. When I obviously the poll shuts in 5 days. There's a reason for that anyway. It's better that way because then I can let everybody know what the winner is, throw the trailer up to let everybody know which movie won, and then that way, then I can tell everybody uh, when we're starting. And we start at 8 o'clock. We'll do these at 8 o'clock because it's dark now, so we could sit down and actually really enjoy them. So I'm looking forward to this. So get voting in that poll. We will have I spoke to Rabbi today, as you know. I was on his channel tonight, and we will be getting them on for a member stream. So if you're a member, obviously we've got some streams up already, and we will be doing a members stream with Rabbi. So I'll fill you in on the details as soon as I know the details. I've just told him to let me know what days he is available, and then we'll get him on ASAP, and yeah, and we'll get going on that. I double checked. Okay, yeah, we have already read that. So yeah, again, thank you to Jack for doing this amazing artwork for these streams. Obviously, he hadn't got time to give me the finished. He wanted to give me. I think he does something to it anyway to make it a better render or something like that. I don't know. You know me, haven't got a clue about how people do this kind of stuff. But I use this one for the time being. But I think it's absolutely fantastic. So big shout out to Jack for his artwork because I think it looks amazing. And when I don't know what he does with it. It's either going to be digital or whatever he does with it. But he's going to fix it up real nice. It's already great as it is, but whatever they do with the picture, he's going to do with it anyway to tidy it up a bit because he's a perfectionist, and we will have it all sorted out for the next one. He was in his grandmother's today. He's been very busy and stuff. So yeah, we'll get that sorted as soon as possible. But a big shout out to Jack, and obviously to me two guests. Well, me two viewers tonight in the chat. Thank you for joining me, Chris and Frank. I really appreciate it. And we will be back here on the Tarda Zone really, really soon. And that's it. That's it for the week now. Because, yeah, well, it's a bank holiday Monday. See, I thought it was still Sunday. It's a bank holiday Monday. But there you go. We're already in the new week. So, yeah, enjoy the rest of the week. I hope you had a great Halloween. And wherever you are in the world, obviously Halloween's nearly over for us here. But for a lot of you, it's probably only beginning. So enjoy it. Have a good time. It's been, we've had a mad few years. So enjoy it and get into the spirit of it all and stay safe and look after yourselves. And remember, if you have any animals, especially dogs, cats, and stuff like that, don't leave them outside. Bring them indoors until all the fireworks are done, because that's the worst time that pets go missing. So just make sure you keep your dogs and your cats indoors for for the fireworks and stuff like that. I always like to mention that because it's important. But anyway, technically 6 viewers, but yeah, 2 of us were here all the way through, says Chris. Right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We will be back very, very soon. And good night, folks. See you soon. Bye.